Hello viewers, welcome to Spotify. Today we bring you a preview of Wednesday's UEFA Champions League matches across Europe today. So we started with AC Milan versus FC Porto. Although behind only Napoli on goal difference in Serie A, AC Milan are rooted to the bottom of UEFA Champions League Group B after opening their European campaign with 3 defeats for the first time. A win is now essential if the 7th-time European champion are to retain any hopes of avoiding a group stage exit from their first UCL appearances since 2013-2014. The Rossoneri really need to translate their home league form to Europe, as they haven't lost in 7 Serie A home matches this season. A stark contrast to no win in 4 home Champions League matches. Honestly though, despite a positive home record against Portuguese clubs in Europe, winning 6 and losing 2, both of the defeats they suffered were against Porto. The visitors currently top Premier Liga on goal difference and have punched above their weight by matching Atletico Madrid record in this group: win 1, draw 1, lose 1. They have every incentive to push for another victory at the San Siro, as doing the double against AC Milan would guarantee them at least a UEFA Europa League preliminary knockout round place via a top place finish. Despite beating AC Milan in their last meeting here in 1996, they've lost their last 3 European away games against Italian clubs. So another famous San Siro win seems somewhat unlikely for Porto. However, with so much at stake, the Dragons might be prepared to go for broke, which could see them extend their record of 9 competitive games without a draw, winning 7 and losing 2 on that. Players to watch out for: Zlatan Ibrahimovic netted his 400th career league goal against Roma on Sunday in what was his 5th consecutive goal-scoring appearance contribution to a Milan victory. Meanwhile, Mehdi Taremi is Porto's leading scorer in all competition this time with 9 goals, 4 of them arriving after the 90th minute. So we'll bring you the prediction after the preview of other matches. On to the next one, we have Real Madrid versus Shakhtar Donetsk. Aiming to progress from the UEFA Champions League UCL group stage for a 25th straight season, Real Madrid followed up their humiliating home defeat to Sheriff Tiraspol on match day 2 with a 5-0 drubbing of Shakhtar Donetsk. Club pride remains at stake though, as Real risks going 4 competitive home games without victory for the first time since February-March 2019, if they don't beat the Ukrainian outfit again here. The UCL edition is preceded by 4 straight seasons where Real Madrid have recorded a clean sheet home win by a 2+ goal margin in the group stage, based on Shakhtar's inferior seeding to Inter Milan and Real's excellent previous record against Ukrainian teams, winning 8, drawing 6 and losing 3 on the run. This game is widely seen as the likeliest remaining candidate to continue that trend. Shakhtar's famous 3-2 away victory over Real in October 2020 will be in the minds of home fans, even if it was played out at a deserted 6,000 capacity Alfredo Di Stefano rather than a raucous, imposing Santiago Bernabeu. This should be normal service resumed. However, given that Shakhtar have failed to score in 3 UCL competition proper away games, drawing 1 and losing 2 since that night, those expecting another loss for Shakhtar should note that a majority, 7 of their last 11 UCL away defeats, including qualifiers, have seen them concede twice or more in the second half. Among these was a 4-0 defeat on their last Champions League visit to this group, September 2015. So players to watch out for: in red-hot form after this weekend double against Elche, Vinicius Jr. stole the show in this season's reverse with a brace and an assist after half-time. Albeit in very different surroundings, his opponent and fellow countryman Tete will be looking to repeat the goal and assist he backed in the away head-to-head last year. The next match we're going to be looking at is Borussia Dortmund versus Ajax. Since being crushed 4-0 by Ajax on the last Champions League outing in match day 3, Borussia Dortmund have regained confidence with 3 straight domestic wins with home advantage and the famous yellow wall in fine voice. They are expected to build on that and qualify from the group stages for an 8th time in 9 UCL appearances. Despite the club's rich history of progression, the BVB, as they are popularly known, are under no illusions about the challenge posed here, as Sporting could level with them on points if they fall to Ajax again. On a positive note though, they are unbeaten in 9, winning 6, drawing 3 of their last 10 Champions League proper home games, despite keeping just 4 clean sheets. An early qualification could ignite the imagination of Ajax fans, as Ajax's only progression from a UCL group across the club's 8 appearances saw them make the semi-finals in 2018-2019. The Dutch champions' ability to start well is self-evident, with Ajax leading at both half-time and full-time in all 3 of their UCL group games so far. Inspiring further, Dutch courage is Ajax's more than respectable 78% unbeaten rate against German opponents in European competitions, winning 22, drawing 7, losing 8. As men can secure passage to the knockout round with 2 games to spare, provided they can better Sporting's results against Besiktas. Players to watch, potentially key to leveling Dortmund's record against Dutch opponents, winning 3, drawing 3, losing 4. Torgan Hazard has 3 goals from his last 2 appearances, and his strike last time out was his first ever headed goal for the club, leading the UCL scoring chart ahead of this round. Ajax Sebastian Haller has scored 6 goals from his 10 shots on target in the group stage. Liverpool vs Atletico Madrid. Liverpool's return to Anfield after a near 4-week absence was spoiled after relinquishing a 2-0 lead to draw 2-2 with Brighton over the weekend. Albeit perceiving their unbeaten start to the season, after a medley of big games, perhaps Liverpool hadn't quite grounded themselves, but the Champions League night at Anfield is another matter though, as they often seem to have their best for big European nights. The Reds will be confident after beating opponents Atletico Madrid in the reverse fixture, yet after winning only 3 of their 12 UCL home matches when hosting Spanish opposition. Nothing is guaranteed in this clash, because drawing 5 and losing 4 in 9 matches against Spanish opponents, with victory here securing progression from Group B, expect the charismatic Jurgen Klopp to be firing on all cylinders as he seeks 4 consecutive UCL victories for the first time as a Liverpool boss. Equally animated Atletico manager Diego Simeone will have to produce a similar team talk if they are to make their lives easier in Group B, with Porto in close pursuit. They've been red hot in attack lately, scoring 2+ goals in their last 6 fixtures, but winning only half of those games, drawing 2, losing 1 in the other 3, shows their notorious rock-solid defense has come into question. Atletico can ride the momentum of winning their last 2 away games in the UCL group stages, but they've only won 3 in a row once before under Simeone. Their last trip to Anfield should give them some confidence that they could achieve that feat. However, as they famously sent their host packing in extra time of the 2019-2020 UCL round of 16. Players to watch out for. Another record is on for Liverpool's Mohamed Salah, who could equal Steven Gerrard's club record of 14 UCL goals at Anfield, while Atletico's former Red, Luis Suarez, has seen 10 of his last 11 club goals arrive in the second half. So bring you the prediction for this match much later. So to the next match of today, Manchester City vs Club Brugge. After a shocking 2-0 home defeat to Crystal Palace on Saturday, Manchester City will be looking for a big reaction in this UEFA Champions League clash with Club Brugge. They will be confident of getting it after blitzing their opponents on the road 5-1 just 2 weeks ago which added to their favorable record of 6 victories in 7 prior clashes with Belgian opposition in European competitions. They've lost just once. Coming into this match, Pep Guardiola's men are a point off top spot with their defeat to Paris Saint-Germain 2-0, their only Group A blemish so far. Either side of that blank, they backed 11 goals, with only Bayern Munich scoring more ahead of this round. Having also averaged 3 goals per game versus Belgian side in Europe, another goal feast is likely here. Club Brugge's defeat to City was their only competitive loss across their 11 encounters, winning 6 and drawing 4 in the others. Therefore, the mood in the camp should be high, especially considering they secured a standout 2-1 away win versus Leipzig when last on the road in this competition. However, they will have to snap a record of never beating an English opponent away from home in European competition if they are to repeat that success here. It's easy to see why the visitors are heavy underdogs, yet there is no denying that their European pedigree is improving. They've lost only 2 of their last 9 UCL away matches, winning 3, drawing 4. And after their win in Leipzig, they have now scored exactly 2 goals in 3 of the last 4. Players to watch. Riyad Mahrez, brace in the last head-to-head clash, took his UCL Man City tally this season to 3, 2 of which arrived in the 5 minutes before halftime. Brugge's Hank Van Aken also boasts 3 UCL goals so far, 2 of which came before the 30th minute. The next match tonight is Leipzig versus PSG. A 94th minute equalizer away to Frankfurt denied Leipzig at the death last time out as boss Jens Marsch's new reign at the club continues to stutter. That result leaves the Saxony side 8th in the Bundesliga, winning 4, drawing 3, losing 3, whilst their prospects in UEFA Champions League Group A look even bleaker after suffering 3 losses from the 3 European matches so far. One of those defeats were a bruising 3-2 loss to a French giant, Paris Saint-Germain, on matchday 3, which leaves the host rooted to the bottom of Group A and in real danger of not playing springtime European football after doing so in their previous 3 continental campaigns. Their poor recent record versus French opposition in European competition, winning 1, drawing 1, losing 5, won't inspire much confidence either. Fresh from beating defending champions Lille 2-1 over the weekend, PSG arrive here 8 points clear up the top of the Ligue 1 standings, winning 10, drawing 1 and losing 1, and top of UCL Group A after impressing in the competition so far, winning 2, drawing 1. The visitors will know that another victory here in Eastern Germany will all but seal their progression to the UCL knockout stage for a 10th straight time. Mauricio Pochettino's side have now lost just 1 of their last 9 away Champions League group stage fixtures. Although that sole defeat did come at this venue versus Leipzig last season, despite taking an early lead, that's unlikely to cause too much concern though, as PSG has previously come out victorious across the other 3 UCL matches. Players to watch. Former PSG and current Leipzig midfielder Christopher Nkunku has 12 goal contribution in 15 competitive matches this season, including 4 goals in 3 UCL outings since making his UCL debut. No player in the competition has been involved in more away goals than PSG's Kylian Mbappe, 19 goals and 9 assists. So the other matches we have playing across Europe are Sheriff Tiraspol versus Inter Milan. The players to watch out for there: Sebastian Thiel of Sheriff netted in Sunday's victory over Petro Cup and has also found the net in his 2 prior Champions League appearances, including the famous winner at Real Madrid. Meanwhile, Joaquin Correa netted a double for Inter at the weekend. His last 4 goal-scoring club appearances has seen him net twice. And the last match for today is Sporting Lisbon versus Besiktas. Players to watch there. Sporting defender Sebastian Coates is proving his worth at both ends, scoring 4 goals in his last 4 appearances, while Besiktas captain Atiba Ushisin has scored 6 of his last 8 goals for the club in the second half. It's going to be a cracker. So now, we've seen the preview of the matches across Europe tonight. So let's go to the predictions we have. First match, AC Milan versus FC Porto. The prediction there is over 1.5 goals. Then the next match, we have Real Madrid and Shakhtar Donetsk. Over 2.5 goals. Dortmund against Ajax, both teams to score. Liverpool versus Atletico Madrid. Liverpool to win. Manchester City versus Club Brugge. Manchester City to win and over 2.5 goals. Leipzig versus PSG. Both teams to score. Sheriff Tiraspol versus Inter Milan. I don't see Sheriff causing any problem in this match, so Inter Milan to win. We have Sporting Lisbon versus Besiktas. Sporting Lisbon to win. Thank you very much. So that's the preview and the predictions we have for you tonight in our Champions League review and predictions. So do well to subscribe to Spotify, like our videos, comment, and tell us how to improve on our predictions and on our previews. See you around tomorrow for the Europa League preview and predictions. Thank you. Goodbye.